Welcome everyone for who are watching this tutorial. I'll be doing a tutorial today on how to insert page numbers for the first page at the bottom, the footer, and second and continuing pages, page numbers at the top or the header. Now you must be wondering, how can I be able to insert page numbers for page number at the bottom for my first page and page numbers at the top for other continuing pages after my first page. Now in this tutorial I will be able to show you how to do it. So for example, we have a cover page here, the name of the school or the college, the kind of the name of the title of what kind of paper. So for this instance it's a book review, and you have all the details here, the name of the lecturer or professor that you might be submitting this paper to, and what kind of name of the course, and the name of the student, and your address, as well as the date at the bottom. Now in this, for this instance, it's a book review, so the first page you can see here has a footnote at the bottom, citation, and one thing you need to know is that from the beginning of your first page it must be 2 inches from the top margin. So in this case that you are seeing, it's only 1 inch, so we'll need to change that. We'll need to change this. You will need to go to your layout, go to margin, and you need to go to custom margins. Here at the top it's 1 inch, so you need to change that to 2 inches. Let it be this section. Okay, then you click OK. Now you see there's a difference now. It's 2 inches now from the top margin. So it's 2 inches now from the top margin. Now before you go, what I would suggest is that instead of writing all what you need to write in your paper and then trying to insert the page numbers later, the best advice I would give you is that once you start writing the paper, start inserting the page numbers as you begin the paper. So for this instance, this book review, it's I've come to the bottom part of the paper where I've written some things there, here, this sentence here. So now before I go to the second page, I will want to start inserting the page number so that it can flow throughout the page, the page numbers and its continuation. So what I'll do is, once I'm writing, say for example I'm writing this paper, I've come to the last sentence at the bottom. Before I go to my second page, what I'll need to do before I start inserting the page numbers at the bottom for my first page and at the top for the continuing pages is that I will go to layout, and then I will need to break the page. So I'll click breaks, go to section breaks, click next page. Yeah. So once I click on that, you will see that as soon as I click that, it goes to the next page, still blank. I haven't written anything here, but notice that it's still 2 inches from the top margin because we've already set it like that from the first page. Now once you finish with your writing your first page, which is 2 inches from the top margin, as you go to the second page, you do not need to put it 2 inches from the margin. You can put it 1 inch because it's a continuing page from your first page. Only your first page needs to be 2 inches from the top margin, as well as you can see your cover page. So here, before I will change the 2 inch to 1 inch, I will first click inside the top header, inside the header. So this header, click inside there. Now notice at the tab at the top, header and footer, there's like it seems like this tab here, link to previous, is already activated. What you need to do is to deactivate it by unlinking it. You see it here, it says that it's linked to the previous. It's linked to the previous section. So what you need to do is to unlink it, and to unlink it, you need to click this tab. Now what I've clicked it, now you see it's no longer activated. The same thing to do, same thing you'll do in the same page at the footer section below. Click in the middle of it. See, notice it's been activated. You need to unlink it to deactivate it. So click that, it's also deactivated or unlinked. Now, how do we solve this problem of this 2 inch from the top margin? Click inside the document, go back to your layout, go to margins, custom margin. You can see the reason why it's there is because it's still set to 2 inches. Now you need to change that, and then this point forward, apply to this point forward, change it that, and then click OK. Once you click OK on that, you can see that you can now continue writing on this page. So see, I'm writing and I'm writing and I'm writing. Now, how do we insert the page number at the bottom? Click at the footer at the bottom, go to header and footer, go to page number, then go to bottom of page. Now you need to put the page number in the middle, not on the left side or on the right side, but in the middle. So once you click that, it shows that it's page number 2. The reason why it shows page number 2, because page 1 is obviously your cover page. So what you need to do is just delete that and write 1, and that should be fine. Close it. Now notice on your second page it doesn't show at the bottom. It only shows in your first page that the number 1 is at the bottom. Now how do we go to page number at the top? Now, because you have broken the pages and unlinked the header and the footer on the second page of your paper, you can be able to insert the page number at the top. So click in the middle of the header, go to header and footer, page number, top of page, in the middle. Now you see, ladies and gentlemen, it has gone to from page 1 at the bottom of your first page to your second page. It has gone to the top. And now you can, as long as you are writing, it will continue at the top, and the numbers will continue on from page 2 to page 3. So just give you an example. Say we are writing, and now I'm going to my next page here. You see, from page 2 it has jumped to page 3. So page 3. So I'm writing, and page 4. Now for example, this is page 4 is my last page of the paper that I'm writing, and I will put here conclusion. This is the conclusion page. of what I'm writing on. This is the last page of the content of my paper, and maybe I've cited some sources and I need to put them in my bibliography. So in doing a bibliography, always remember that the bibliography will always begin 2 inches from the top of the margin, just like the, the beginning of your writing of your first page. It will be 2 inches from the top. It will be 2 inches from the top, and just like the first page here, your bibliography will be 2 inches from the top, and then the page number will be at the bottom and not the top as continued on from page 2, 3, and 4. So say this is my conclusion, and I've written everything I need to do in my I've written everything I need to say in my conclusion. Now before I go to, since my conclusion is on page number 4, before I go to my bibliography, before I enter all my sources in my bibliography, and before I start with a new page on the bibliography, right at the bottom of my conclusion, I will need to again break the page. So go to breaks on layout, section break, and then click next page. So you see I've uh, I've clicked on that. Now notice that from page 4 on the top, my conclusion page, continuing on from the other pages that I've written, when it goes to this new page where I want to put the bibliography in, it says page 2. Okay, what do I need to do? Same process I did from the beginning. Go again to click the top header, unlink it, go to the bottom, unlink it, and then go again to the top, delete that page 2, close the header and the footer, and then I can now write my heading for the bibliography. Now I already mentioned that the bibliography has to be 2 inches from the top margin. So to do that, go back to layout, margin, custom the margin, make sure it's not 1 inch from the top but 2 inches, and then click OK. So there you have it. Now I can be able to write all my sources here, cite my sources, and say if I have while doing that, remember that this bibliography page, the page number has to be at the bottom. So since I've already unlinked it, I can now insert my page number at the bottom. So notice it's 2, it should not be 2, it should be 5, because my conclusion page was page 4, my bibliography page will be page 5. So just delete this, put number 5, and that should solve it. So if I have a lot of sources that I'm citing in my bibliography, and it cannot just fit one page, I need to go to the next page. So here, if you see, once I go to the next page, it's the next page at the bottom says page 5, and then it's 2 inches from the top, which should not be the case. Now what I need to do is go back to bibliography. As soon as I enter the last entry at the bottom, before I enter the next entry of sources for my bibliography to go to the next page, I need to repeat the same process. Go to my layout, go to breaks, and then do another section break. So once I do the section break, repeat the same process. Top header, unlink it, bottom footer, unlink it. Make sure I delete this number 5 so it doesn't show, and then here I need to, since it's 2 inches, I need to reset it to 1 inch. So go to custom margin, 1 inch, and then this point forward. Okay. So now you can see, ladies and gentlemen, in the next page of my second page of my bibliography, my first page of the bibliography has page number 5 at the bottom, continuing on from page 4 for my conclusion. If I'm going to the second page of my bibliography, the page number has to go at the top. So because we've broken the pages and unlinked it, now I can be able to insert the page number. So go to head and footer, top of page in the middle, change this number 2 to number 6, and there you have it. So if I have 3 pages of sources, once I've changed that, it should go on. I do that, I can go on from page 6. So continue from page 6, and if I have 3 pages of bibliography, as I continue on, you will see that from page 6 it will jump to page 7 and so on. Now you have it. So conclusion, bibliography, page 5, you go on to the next page, page 6, and that's how you break the pages and insert page numbers from the first page of your writing at the bottom, and second pages and continuing pages at the top, and continuous. And when you come to your bibliography, 2 inches from the top margin, you need to break it again. So if you have any problems, you can always go back and watch the beginning of this video tutorial and see how it's done, and I hope this will help you in your writing of your papers. So that's it from me, and may God bless you. Thank you very much for joining and watching this tutorial.